From fractions to decimals, master the conversion. Hello everyone and welcome to our English language learning video. Today, we will be talking about a very important topic in numbers and counting: converting simple fractions to decimals. This is a useful skill not just in math, but in everyday life as well, as decimals are often easier to work with than fractions. So, without further ado, let's get started. To begin with, let's quickly recall what a fraction is. A fraction is a way of representing a quantity that is less than a whole. For example, if you eat half an apple, you can represent this as a fraction: 1/2. A fraction consists of a numerator, the number on top, and a denominator, the number on the bottom. The numerator tells us how many parts we have, and the denominator tells us how many parts make up a whole. Next, let's move on to decimals. A decimal is another way of representing numbers that are less than 1. It's written with a decimal point and the numbers that follow this point. For example, 0.5 represents half of a whole. Now that we've refreshed our memories on fractions and decimals, it's time to learn how to convert from one to the other. Step 1. Identify the fraction to be converted. Step 2. Divide the numerator by the denominator. For example, let's consider the fraction 1/2. Here, the numerator is 1 and the denominator is 2. When we divide 1 by 2, we get 0.5. Therefore, 1/2 as a decimal is 0.5. Now, let's practice with some examples. 3/4. When we divide 3 by 4, we get 0.75. So, the decimal equivalent of 3/4 is 0.75. 1/8. Dividing 1 by 8, we get 0.125. So, the decimal equivalent of 1/8 is 0.125. 5/10. When we divide 5 by 10, we get 0.5. So, the decimal equivalent of 5/10 is 0.5. Well done! You've now mastered converting simple fractions to decimals. It's important to practice this skill, as it will make working with fractions and decimals much easier. Remember, the key is simply to divide the numerator by the denominator. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you found this video helpful. Keep practicing and you'll be a pro in no time. Until next time, happy learning!